Hello, my wonderful students. How are you doing this week? I hope you enjoyed researching the Cuban cuisine, and I hope that you found some recipes. I know I did, and I picked out 2 recipes to do with you today. First, we're going to make black beans with rice, and then we're going to make the Cuban sandwich. So we're going to start with the black beans and the rice, okay? So as you can see here, I already have my ingredients all set up, and that's something that you should always do when you're cooking. Always have all your ingredients measured out and set up for you, so when it's time to cook, it's easy to just put everything in the pan and to follow the directions on the recipe. Remember, the directions are very important, okay? Let's get going. Here I have a pan with some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, as you can see. Okay. And we're going to add half of onion that's been chopped, and also 3 garlic cloves that we're going to add in here. And we're going to let that saute a little bit. So we're going to add some chopped red pepper, sweet pepper, not hot. All right, next we have some green onions. Looking pretty and colorful. Some chopped cilantro. Smelling good too. All right, next we're going to add black beans. Okay, now I found some recipes that said do not drain the beans, and other recipes said drain the beans. So I picked this specific recipe that said do not drain the beans. So I'm going to add the beans in here. Okay. Next is half a cup of water, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it in the can and just kind of swish around. Add it to your beans. Okay, it's looking good. Here we have 2 bay leaves. I'm going to add that in there. Along with a splash of red wine vinegar. Just a little acidic. Okay, the recipe also called for a pinch of oregano. Put that in. And a pinch of cumin. So as you can see, it's just very little. Just a pinch. Okay. So we're going to let them cook and simmer and get happy and delicious. Okay, now we're going to make the Cuban sandwich. And you start out with some bread. Now, I know that they make Cuban bread that you can use, but I couldn't find Cuban bread, so I just got like a sub roll that you can use. Okay, so we're going to start with some mustard. Now when you put the mustard, put it on both sides of the bread. Like a lot of mustard, go ahead and put a lot of mustard on. Don't, just put a little bit. And just spread it all over the bread. Okay. Next we're going to put Swiss cheese. And I am actually going to cut these in half. You want the Swiss cheese on both sides of the bread because that becomes like your glue when we press the sandwich. Okay. Next we're going to put some roast pork on there. And this is a roast pork that I made last night. And I know that some people don't eat pork. So if you want to kind of create something different without pork, make it your own by maybe using chicken or turkey, whatever you like or whatever you prefer. Okay, so the ham is next, and then we're going to add pickles. Now this recipe calls for dill pickles, but I'm sure you can use whatever pickles you have at home. There we go, we're almost there. There. Then just flip this over. All right. And next, now if we were in school, we would use our panini press. I don't have a panini press, so I'm going to do it right on top of my griddle here. It's nice and hot. And you're probably wondering, what am I going to use to press it down? Well, I have this cast iron pan which is really heavy, and it's a great way to just put it on top of your sandwich and press it down. There we go. So we're just going to let that just get nice and warm. I know with a panini press, you'll have markings on it. This won't have markings, it will just be flat, but it'll be toasted. And the idea is to flatten it out. Okay. I'm gonna flip it now. Whoa, there we go. And the pan back on to toast the other side of it. We're gonna check our beans now. Remember to waft. Oh boy, that smells really good. Remember, don't stick your face in the pot. Okay. All right, the only thing I did not add in here is salt and pepper. So I'm going to do that right now. A little bit of salt. Don't do too much, just in case you end up adding too much and it doesn't taste right. So start with a little bit and then you can always add more if you need to. And a little bit of pepper. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so the beans are served over rice. You can use any white rice, and I cooked some rice here earlier. Right there. So any rice that you have at home, go ahead and use that. Okay. Going to scoop some rice out on this plate. There we go. And now for the beans. A little extra juice there. There you have your Cuban sandwich and your rice and beans. And I think you can make this at home. It was pretty simple. So go ahead and cook, make your recipes, take pictures and send them to me because I want to see what you're making. Remember, it's okay to make a mistake. Just learn from it. And if you find a recipe that you want to put like a little twist on it and do it your own way, go ahead. Because cooking has to be fun. So you have fun, try these recipes and try your own and let me know how you did. Okay? And we'll see you next time.